Good morning, good afternoon, good evening across the country, around the world. Welcome back to the Kerbal Space Program. So we're still just counting down time until it is time for some of our maneuvers and our Duna window. It's kind of a window for the window. Anyway, I did a little more work on the, the Duna rover. I figured the parachutes won't necessarily be enough on Duna because the atmosphere isn't as thick. So I added some spark nozzles to to give us a little buffer when we touch down. It's enough to slow us down here on Kerbin, so I think it'll be enough to slow us down on Duna as well. So that design is pretty much finalized. For the Duna base, though, yeah. Looking at the mission, it's kind of ridiculous. Outpost, antenna, docking port, and can generate power, i.e. solar panels. 8 Kerbals, that's fine. Viewing cupola, okay. 7,500 units of electrical charge. Okay, so that's 2 of the 4K big guys. 6,000 units of liquid fuel in your outpost. That's the part that's a bit of a pain to maintain stability. The 6,000 units is a part that's a bit of a pain. I was thinking that I could build a whole bunch of little 2.5 meter rovers and actually dock them together. But to reach that ridiculous amount of liquid fuel, it would take like 8 of those rovers to make them anything manageable. It'd be a huge. So I figure, you know what? If we're going to Duna, we're going to land an outpost on Duna. Let's land an outpost on Duna. And it's going to be a big boy. Let's take a look at it. I've been working on this for the last like half hour. It should pop up when I come back in here. Yes. So this down here is just the launch stage, and this will be the interplanetary stage. But this guy up here, that's him. One of the problem is, like I said, with that fuel, 6,000 units of fuel. One of the big orange tanks doesn't even hold 3,000 units of liquid fuel. And now that says liquid fuel, it doesn't say liquid fuel oxidizer, but I'm going to have both just because I don't always just those contracts. Anywho, we're going to send this guy up there with a bunch of empty tanks. Those are partly full. And then, obviously, as you can see, we're going to resource. We're going to resource and over time fill up all those tanks. That'll get us above that 6,000 units. Otherwise, we've got plenty of electricity. We have antennas. We can generate power. We're going to have lots of solar panels. We have a viewing cupola and a docking port. So the only problem is, like I said, that the fuel. Well, we're going to launch this guy here on Kerbin and test him out, just to see if this is realistic. I think, yeah, from the heat, and this is the big inflatable heat shield down in there. From here up, it is what it is going to be. Yeah, I think this stage down here is just to launch it for now. If this all proves successful and this guy performs and I can resource on Kerbin even, then that's what we'll use. I'm not sure what I'll do down here. I might launch it up kind of like this, and then here have a docking port, and then I can launch something up and dock a big old motor to the back of that, and that will become the interplanetary stage. But for now, I think I have enough delta V to get this guy up into orbit and then send him back. I mean, 5,000, that's a lot. Part of that does count this stuff up here. I mean, if we kill all this, it's there. But I want to deorbit a little bit with these guys. That'll be fine. So 880 and 720, that's where it was. All right. So, if I can get this guy into orbit, I will, and then we'll test from there. If not, I'll be back and show you changes I will have made. Yeah. This guy's beefy. How you doing? You okay? You wobbly, wibbly, wobbly? No, you're okay? Alright, cool. Anyway, I'll try to get this guy into orbit, and I should have some delta V left to deorbit, so we'll see where we are at that point. See you in a minute after I get this guy up into space. Alright, so we're now in orbit, and honestly, this is about, well, for me, actually in the real world, this is a whole day later than the last clip you just saw of me in the VAB and on the launch pad. I tried this so many times, so many iterations, and it's been quite the beast to get correct. I think I finally got there. I've added some thud launchers to the side to increase our thrust to weight ratio and our surface level thrust. I think that's what this SLT stands for. Surface level thrust. So that's helping there. I added loads more parachutes. There you can see them. Big chutes and drogue chutes as well. And also I added fins to help steer us as we're coming into the atmosphere, and aero brakes. Because without these, we just tumble, and these help us slow down a smidgen more, I think. And that makes it more stable. And then I reconfigured the legs because, I don't know, there's something like here. What? Let's see this. Extend? Yeah, so that'll extend that grouping of them. Come on. Are you still gonna... No, okay, so here, the feet went to the wrong place. That's weird. So there's a weird functionality or graphics thing with the legs, with the feet. But, anyway, we'll see if we can make it work. See, because it wants to go there, and then it defaults to, like, this setting again. Anywho, the other problem I had on my many attempts to land was trying to land at the Kerbal Space Center or close to it. I'd always either overshoot, end up in the water, or crash into the mountains. No bueno. So for a while I was flying it into the grasslands here, and I finally got a good landing. But I wanted to start fresh from just getting it into orbit and doing this for you guys. Honestly, I did record about, 20 minutes of content, about an hour of just the thing recording in case I captured something good. But it wasn't any good. Not even a little bit. And I actually think, yeah, I'm going to time warp until the KSC is back in, quick save. Yeah, I'm going to time warp until it's morning at the KSC, and we are going to land at that grassland area over there. Yeah, this is the 4th or 5th version that I've sent up into space like this. The first one had way too few parachutes. It just was bad. It crashed and burned. I didn't want to lose Jeb, so I reloaded the quick save, and I actually set a shuttle mission up to rescue him, brought him back down, and terminated that thing. Yeah, it's just been quite a mess. Okay, is this us? Ooh, this us. Okay, so that's us right there. Sorry. Yes, DB test 2, fly it. Might be just in time to hit a retrograde burn and land on the grasslands over there. I need a big flat space because the way that the heat shield works, you're going, then it slows you down. You drop like a rock. T, retrograde, please. Map, where are we? We're there. We're just... And yeah, fortunately a lot of this is pretty flat here. So we can burn pretty aggressively and we'll be okay. Yeah, because I landed in here a bunch. And it doesn't get mountainous for a while, I don't think. Where are you, buddy? Are you retrograde? Not yet. Okay. Here, let's add a maneuver. Brings you down about there. Yeah, and we should land somewhere around here. That's good. Oh, what is this? Oh yeah, see, there's some debris from when I landed before. Wasn't a great landing, but I had landed it before. So yeah, we'll go with that. You're almost facing the node. Hit it. Burn it. Execute. Do it! And this should be that much delta V, that much remaining in that stage. It should be like a 12-second burn. Come on, baby. Oh, that was weird. Planet going like blue for a second there. Interesting. Hooey. Yeah, this guy has been quite the beast to get a handle on. And I hope that all this stuff that I'm doing here, getting it able to work... Oh yeah, we blew past the node. Oh well. Getting it to work on Kerbin means it will work on Duna. The thing you got to balance between Kerbin and Duna is that there's... Whoa, my camera flipped. There's, what's the phrase? There's a thinner atmosphere, so the parachutes won't be as effective, but there's less gravity. So between those two, I think it should be okay, because we'll have a stronger thrust-to-weight ratio. Oh, T. Go away. T. Alright, so we're going to be coming down now when we know that's going to happen. So we'll get rid of that guy. We're going to thrust away just a smidge. You're going to stay facing retrograde. There we go. We're clear of that. Inflate the heat shield, and we are going to be coming down for, hopefully, a landing. But anyway, between the heat shield, which from what I've seen on other people's videos, the heat shield will still slow you down a lot on Duna. Between that, all the parachutes, the drogue chutes, the big chutes, well, the drogue chutes, the radio chutes, the big chutes, the aero braking fins, I think will be okay to actually get this guy down on Duna. And this, once it resources all the stuff, this will fulfill that D-Magic mission. Good, don't need this, but I will take... Where'd it go? It's I always forget, it's not alphabetical, it's down at the bottom. Surface info. Alright, so we're in the atmosphere. We're going to time warp up. Good, so we're definitely not going to hit the water. I hit the water quite a few times, and there's no good way to recover from that. Even if you brake, it still just does not like the water. Whoa. So we're speeding up, getting the heat. Here, I've done this a bunch of times at really fast speed, but we'll do it at a slower speed for the YouTube demonstration purposes. Like the last time I landed it, I only had half as many landing legs, so this time I have twice as many landing legs. I lost 1 out of 8. So even if I lose 1 out of 16 or 2 out of 16, we'll still be pretty stable. And it should be a good landing, and we'd be able to resource and do all that stuff. The only other thing I might do is... Oh, I forgot to. I might move the resourcers, the drills, up a smidge, just to give the nose a bit more room. I just added the aero brakes. That'll help us slow down a bit more, a bit faster. Yeah, we're slowing down nicely. Something else I learned the hard way. With the inflatable heat shield, you don't want to drop that. You don't want to release that until all your parachutes have engaged and you're floating. If you do it before, it'll push back into your ship, and bye-bye ship. Bye-bye space station, or bye-bye base. Yeah, the addition of the aero brakes and these fins made this guy really stable. Before, once it got, well, about here, it would just start, it would flip around. But these guys keep it pointed nice and straight. Honestly, I've set it to retrograde and haven't touched it. Cool. Alright. So we're slowing down. It says we could open the drag chutes. I'm going to give it another moment or two. Because those are opening up drag chutes, drogue chutes. Those are going, saying, I'm okay, really, really early. Even these guys are saying, I'm okay, like, really early. I think just I have things set to easier. But we'll go ahead and open the drogue chutes. That'll help slow us down a bit. 7. We'll hit the main chutes at 5,000. Or at 5 kilometers. Good. Looks like we're going to come into a nice flat area. Oh, just don't hit that little lake. Okay, there's 5 kilometers. The big chutes. All the big chutes. That'll slow us down a lot more. We're going to hit the lake. Now we're going to come in just past it. Good. And the altitude's only a few hundred meters off. So that's good. Oh, I forgot. I think I might go and tweak these to fully inflate earlier to give us more time to actually slow down and stop. But, okay, so the drogues are fully deployed. Those guys are fully deployed. Braking, braking, braking. And we settled to about, yep, about that. We can drop that guy. Lower all the gears. Yeah, see, they aren't quite... They toggle back to there. So there's, I don't know if it's an animation GIF or problem or a functionality problem. Oh, and we activate all those engines. Yeah. So we're falling at 16 meters per second. These guys can handle up to 12. So at the end here, we do need to thrust up. And it takes a little playing to get it to be in a happy place. Oh, this can be a little sloped, isn't it? We're going to go with a little more. Like, under 6 would be nice. I think we'll be okay with that. Here's hoping. Cross your fingers. And we're down! Successfully down. without any loss of landing gear or anything. We are sliding a bit because we're on a slope, but that's okay because we should... T? R? Does that help us settle? No. But anyway, we are down on the ground. And we've... Oh, nope, the game reloaded. But anyway, we are down. Successful landing with all of that without losing any landing gear. Let's see, will you stop us from moving, or are you going to make us, like, pop around and do weird things? Nope, he's still sliding. It's going to inevitably slide into that little, that thing there, into the, Oh no, I think we stopped. Sweet. So the drills have stopped it. Awesome. I will assign all these guys to action groups too. I just wanted to get this up into space and hopefully onto the ground one more time. Forgive me while I extend everything. But I just wanted to prove that this was doable. The gambles, the risks still for going to Duna are that the chutes and the heat shield won't slow us down enough, but from what I've seen in other videos, it should. Extend. Okay, almost there, almost there. Extend. Extend. Oi. And extend. We still have lots of fuel too. I could have short-loaded these even more, but I like having fuel reserves. Anyway, the risk is that the chutes won't necessarily stop the ship enough, slow us down enough, so that the actual the rockets at the bottom will slow us down enough. Start. You start. All right, so now we're harvesting. These guys are going to start picking up some ore, right? Oh, so slowly. Yeah, so we're getting ore, and then we can convert that to whatever we need it to. And this will be our fully functional Duna base. Oh, that was quite the headache to get this guy figured out, to get it landed, to get it into the right place. Oh. Burp. Oh, you sliding again? You're sliding again. Of course you are. But provided we find a nice flat space, we'll be okay. Yeah, so this will be the Duna base that we launch. It'll land there, and it'll fulfill all of our needs for all that stuff. What does that do? Oh, no, we're running out of electrical charge. Even though there's lots of sunlight. Interesting. I bet it's because we're in an atmosphere. Yeah, the energy flow is spotty. Alright, so let's kill this guy then. Stop. Yeah, our electrical input, whatever, is down. I might add more big Gigantor solar panels, like here and here, just to gather as much electricity as Kerbally possible. Whew. So yeah, here's our future Duna base. Gosh, what are we? We're off at like a 8-degree slope. Oh, it's not horrible, but not great either. Yeah, our fully functional Duna lander. Well, yeah, I added lights too, just so I could see. Not that they do much, but there they are. They could do much. They could do something for us if we landed a bad spot on Duna. Anywho, that's it for now. Oh gosh, next episode, I'm not even sure, because this was such a headache. We still got a lot of time till then. Let's see, we've got a Duna rover, which I'll probably send 2 of those to Duna. We've got a Duna base, which will fulfill that base contract. I think for a Duna lander, I want to build something that for a Duna, kind of to use the phrasing from The Martian, the DAV, the Duna Ascent Vehicle. I think I'm going to build something smaller, compact, that's just enough to lob them into space. And then for the actual ship that goes to Duna, or the ship that, the quote, mothership that will return to Duna, will be something else as well. But we have lots of time before then. Probably do a few other missions, satellite mission or 2 in between, just to kill time again. I'm going to get to a time where we're just going to say, screw it, on up to here, and just, it goes. All right. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. If you like it, subscribe, tell your friends, tell your neighbors. I'll catch you later.